Hey everybody, it's Pat, Altitude Tech Life. Just wanted to share something with you that I absolutely love. It's springtime in Colorado right now, which means that my windows are filthy from all winter and they need to be cleaned. I got this robot vacuum a few years ago and it has been one of my favorite tech devices that I have. You can control it with an application or you can use the included remote. As you can see right there, I find the remote is probably the easier thing to do because I keep it in the box with the device, as well as the rollers. The rollers are just little pads that you put on these little plastic rings. These little plastic rings snap onto the little spinners right here. And how this works is this is basically a vacuum. It sucks the air out these holes out the side, it pulls it, and it pulls it through the rings here so that the rings will actually suck onto the window. So what I'm going to do is give you a little bit of a demonstration on how it works. I'm super happy with it. It's a super simple process. All you do is spray a little bit of just some water on the window, or even just a little chemical, and it does a great job cleaning. And you know, I use it on my shower door. That's probably the thing I'm most impressed with, but I can reach every window on my house and it's just an awesome device. So as you can see, the vacuum is working its way down. It's actually kind of hard to capture in the video how dirty these windows are. They're absolutely filthy. I don't think I've ever seen them this dirty before. But the vacuum is doing a fantastic job. A little bit more about how I use this. I actually use this not just to clean the windows. I use it for my shower door. It works great on the shower glass. And you can actually use this on the floor in certain hard to scrub areas. And here we go. Hopefully it captured right there. But you can potentially see how dirty it is down there. And again, what I love about this, it's a kind of, you put it up and forget about it, and it will just move all the way down the window itself until it's complete, and it'll just hang tight there. There's a safety string on it, so that, you know, if you're really, really high up, you can kind of tie it off and make sure that it's not gonna fall and break. I have had it detach from the window before. What I've learned is that you have to have just enough, I use white vinegar spray on the bottom of it, the bottom pad, and a tiny, tiny bit on the top to get the proper adhesion for the suction. And you don't want to do too much because then it starts to slip. The pads do start to get dirty. It depends how dirty the windows are, but you can probably see the edges of the pads are starting to get a little bit dirty. I probably have at least another 2 windows that I can use these pads with. My vacuum came with 8 total pads, I believe, maybe even more. And I've never replaced them. And like I said, I've had this for a few years now. So really, really happy with it. Really, really impressed with the performance of it. And I highly recommend it. If you don't like cleaning windows, or you're sick of paying people to clean your windows, this is one of those pieces of technology that I think is super simple. It's user-friendly, and once you get the hang of it, again, you can clean most of your windows in a very short time period. It is a little loud because it is a vacuum sucking the air. You probably can't hear it too much since we're inside the house right now. When I clean the inside of the house, I typically have to wait for the family to be gone. Otherwise, they kind of complain about the noise a little bit, but what are you gonna do? So as we get to the bottom, let's see if I can pick up any of the dirt down here. Looks like there might be a little that's picked up on the camera right here. It's hard to tell, but it'll just kind of keep going all the way down. The cool thing is with the remote, if there's a part that you want to redo on your own, you can actually manually choose where to move it and what direction to put it, and go over a certain area twice, or even 3 or 4 times. So you just have to use the remote. It does a really, really good job. Here's what I'll say, is cleaning these windows by hand potentially quicker, maybe, but this thing does it with less effort from me, and it does a better job than what I do. In addition, I can be doing other things while this is going. Like I said, I typically multitask while this thing is cleaning our windows, and I'll just kind of come back every few minutes just to make sure that it's still going. But it's nice letting it do its thing, and all I have to do is use the remote to control it, pull it off, suction it onto a new window, and I'm done. So you can see right here, it's now done. I'm gonna go ahead and run it again because it didn't get all of it the first pass because these are really dirty. So I just hit the button and it's gonna try to find the side. There it goes. And now it's just gonna climb all the way to the top. One thing I will do is go squirt a little bit more white vinegar on the window. So I hope you like it. For me, it's been one of my favorite devices to have around the house. And it's also not horribly expensive. So I highly recommend it to everybody. This model is the one that does not have the sprayer built in. Some of them actually have sprayers built into them. And I'll post some links to some of the newer models. Again, this one's a few years old, but the simplicity's been fantastic. So hope you like it. Let me know if you have any questions. Love to comment more on it. Take care.